Manon is Korea's first half-African model turned pop star. Today, I will give you a glimpse into her life story. Hi everyone, it's Adiola. Welcome back to my channel. Manon Sarpong-Bannerman was born in Lucerne, Switzerland on June 26, 2002 to her Swiss-Italian mother and Ghanaian father. Manon knew she wanted to be a performer since she was 4 years old. She told Elle Korea that her first memory of finding joy in music and the stage was in her dad's hometown in Ghana, where music was life and a way of life. Singing and dancing with her dad was part of her daily life as a child growing up in Switzerland. He would jokingly call her Beyoncé as she looked up to the singer as an inspiration. Moving to Zurich at age 15, Manon started attending art school. She also taught herself how to play the piano and ukulele as she began songwriting at this age. While she always dreamed of being an artist since she was young, singing as a career seemed unrealistic. During this time, Manon spent an exchange year going to school in Los Angeles, California. This is when she started going by her middle name Manon instead of her first name Marette, which the kids pronounced strangely. This would later become her stage name. After high school, Manon started working as a model and influencer, featuring in music videos and collaborating with popular beauty and fashion brands. Sharing posts about hair, clothing, and makeup as Marette Manon, she quickly became Pinterest famous and had a viral TikTok filter designed after her. One day, a casting agent named Michelle scouted Manon from TikTok to audition for a global girl group due to her star quality and it factor, telling Netflix, "When I first saw her, I instantly knew this girl is already a star, and I went to her Instagram and I DM'd her. She's gonna be a great contender for the program." When Manon saw the message on Instagram, she thought it was a scam. The audition was being held by HYBE Geffen, a joint venture between Universal Music Group's label Geffen Records and HYBE, one of South Korea's biggest entertainment conglomerates, parent company to K-pop groups such as SSERAFIM, ILLIT, and formerly NewJeans. The goal was to create a girl group based in the United States, but formed through the intense training system used for K-pop idols. Manon initially said no to auditioning. She was worried about her skill set not being enough as she had never been professionally trained in vocals or dance before. But eventually, Michelle was able to convince her to do it. She sent in her video singing Don't Start Now by Dua Lipa. In May 2022, Manon found out she was selected to be a trainee out of the 120,000 auditions received from all over the world. To invest in her training and development, the HYBE Geffen team sent a staff member to Switzerland to help teach and refine her dance and vocal talent. The trainees for the program had been picked for different strengths, including singing, dancing, and visuals. As Manon was picked for her visual, the team knew she would have to work extra hard to hone her performance skills, which was documented in the Netflix series Pop Star Academy KATSEYE. In January 2023, Manon was flown to LA to live in a house with the other trainees. Sharing a room with one other girl and a bathroom with 3 other girls, there was no privacy in the trainee house. It didn't help that most of the other girls had been training there since 2021, having already formed their bonds years before Manon was even brought in. The tough training schedule didn't make things any easier. The trainees would wake up around 6 a.m. in the morning, leave the house at about 7, then train for 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, only having Sundays off unless something important came up. Only getting 30 minutes for lunch, the girls would spend hours learning different dance styles like ballet and hip-hop, how to dance in high heels, singing classes, songwriting, fitness, media training, and a visuals class where they taught them their best poses and angles for performing. There were monthly evaluations, and trainees knew they could be eliminated from the program at any time. Unfortunately, Manon did not adjust well to this grueling training process. The first few months, she would wake up from tossing and turning in her sleep due to how much pain her body was in. Grappling with anxiety and self-doubt, Manon did not believe in herself. She was overwhelmed and frustrated as all of the other girls had years of professional training experience ahead of her, some starting since they were 3 years old, and she wasn't confident she could keep up. Due to being discouraged and feeling insecurity like never before, Manon lacked motivation and started skipping practice both when she was physically sick and not feeling mentally well. Living with the girls was hard for her too. After being late to class several times, she was allowed to move out of the trainee house a few months after arriving to live with her aunt nearby instead. Throughout the training process, the girls were under the impression they would be picked for the girl group based off of judge evaluations on their talent and performance. But August 2023, suddenly everything changed. Out of nowhere, the girls found out they were going to be put into a reality survival show, thrust into the public eye to be critiqued, where they would have to compete for a spot in the group, and their future now lay in the hands of viewers voting from home. Unlike the traditional survival show format of full-length episodes, they would be completing missions in the form of short videos for a YouTube series called The Debut Dream Academy. Designed to be similar to the Olympics, the remaining 20 trainees hailing from countries such as the Philippines, Brazil, Japan, Australia, Thailand, and the USA would represent their respective country in the competition, with Manon carrying the flag of Switzerland.
Hi, my name is Manon. I'm 21 years old from Switzerland. Hallo, mein Name ist Manon. Ich bin 21 aus der Schweiz.
Manon said she was so proud to be the only African on the show, and she was glad to represent her countries Ghana and Switzerland. Sporting her signature braids and Ghanaian waist beads, she hoped to make it to the final lineup, keeping a photo of Destiny's Child by her bedside as a lucky charm. For Mission 1, the trainees were divided into 4 teams, with half assigned a song to cover and the others getting dance routines. The girls were practicing 8 hours a day. When the performance videos were filmed and posted, fans cast their votes. When eliminations came around, Manon was at the top of the scoreboard, ranking 4th out of the 20 trainees. With 2 girls being sent home this round, the stakes were getting higher. For Mission 2, the girls were flown to South Korea to train at the HYBE facility. Divided into 2 groups with 2 teams each group was assigned a SSERAFIM song to perform to, Anti-Fragile or Fearless. As tensions grew, some of the trainees began to resent Manon for her popularity amongst fans. They were upset she got so many votes, even though she didn't always show up to practice, claiming she was only getting attention because she's pretty. During training, some girls started giving Manon dirty looks and even laughed at her, with all of this happening on camera, so you can only imagine what was happening off screen. But the harsh reality of Dream Academy was that everyone was being voted on for their attractiveness and nationality due to how the show was set up. The series format did not give everyone an equal chance to shine, as the brief videos barely showcased the trainees' work behind the scenes, and performance inconsistencies highlighted certain trainees better than others. Dream Academy's heavy reliance on aesthetics made it very difficult for audience members to see the individual talents and personalities of all the girls. Thus, it was unsurprising that appearance and relatability based off of ethnicity were the main factors in fan voting. Furthermore, Manon was completely unaccustomed to the K-pop training mentality of practice and performance taking priority over one's health and well-being. Unlike the other contestants, Manon was not a K-pop fan prior to joining the competition, making her nearly a complete stranger to the genre's borderline inhumane ways of operating. Other trainees were sacrificing their health, pushing their bodies past their physical limits, which constantly led to severe injuries that left several of the girls unable to walk. From getting surgery for a foot fracture to even needing a hip replacement. While some girls were straining to drag themselves to practice and sit in the corner of the room, Manon thought it was okay to take days off, but she eventually realized that wasn't the case. Although she wasn't the only trainee missing practice, her high ranking in spite of these absences is what set her up to be targeted by her peers who felt she was undeserving of the top position. That round, when the other contestants were asked who they would include in their ideal group lineup of 6, only 1 out of the 17 other girls picked Manon, and 10 of them predicted she would be eliminated that round. Manon beat the odds though, as her team being one of the mission's winners granted her automatic immunity, advancing her to the next round. And thanks to fan voting, Manon came out on top once again, ranking 7th place amongst the 18 contestants. Despite not always showing up to rehearsals, Manon was still able to pull it together and do what was necessary when it came to the judge performances, solidifying her position as a fan favorite. She also told her peers that she would take accountability, apologizing to them for missing classes. For Mission 3 back in Los Angeles, the girls were divided into 3 groups to perform a song by a female artist, with Manon and her team being assigned Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls. The top 10 contestants from this round would move on to the live finale where the final members of the girl group would be picked. Manon ranked number 9, securing her spot as a finalist. At the debut Dream Academy finale, the remaining trainees were split into 2 teams to each perform an original song, with Manon and her group's track titled Dirty Water. The trainees also performed a group ensemble titled All the Same. When the final audience votes were tallied, Manon ranked first in 6 European countries: Switzerland, France, Germany, Belgium, Montenegro, and San Marino. The final judge votes were then added and calculated into a total score. As the winning trainees were called one by one, Manon witnessed her dream become a reality.
Way too much tension.
Manon!
I just want to say, really believe in yourself. That's all I can say right now. Wow.
Coming in at 6th place, Manon was announced as the final member of KATSEYE, named after the KATSEYE gemstone, which radiates a variety of colors, a symbol of the girls' different cultural backgrounds united as one. With their faces projected like tributes representing their district in the Hunger Games, the girls cried tears of joy. As the only mixed black member of the group, Manon hopes to inspire others to believe in themselves and never give up. Her parents and sister are very proud of her success as a budding pop star. Manon later thanked her bandmate Daniela for being there for her the entire journey, and the two are now roommates in the group's new house in LA. August 2024, KATSEYE released their debut EP Sis, Soft is Strong, with their single Touch going viral on TikTok and amassing over 200 million streams on Spotify. They've also been performing all over the globe, making appearances at KCON, MTV, Good Morning America, The Kelly Clarkson Show, and Jingle Ball. KATSEYE also embarked on a mini Asia tour, which included a stop in Seoul. There, they performed on popular Korean music shows like MCountdown, Music Bank, and Music Core, along with variety shows like After School Club and Weekly Idol. Manon told Elle Korea she wants to convey the message that no matter where you come from, what race you are, or what religion you believe in, you can do anything. With aspirations to be global superstars, the future looks bright for Manon and her fellow bandmates. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.